Peace to the gods. This is the Distraction Factor, and I am your host, Eric Raya. I'm here to inform you, not to convince you of anything whatsoever. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Likes go a long way, and I do appreciate that. And for those that subscribe, thank you for your support. This show is about fact and fiction, stating that the opinions of man do not alter the nature of truth. So we need to come together as a society to basically agree on what truth is and what is not true. All right, let's get right into it. Today, or this week in the news, Burma, Myanmar, they had a 7.5 earthquake in the midst of a lot of conflict in their country with militia groups and problems with the government. So, peace to the gods out there on that issue. And I give you these types of world news updates so that you can understand that you in America are very privileged and lucky people, and that it is not guaranteed that we won't be living like a Myanmar or Burma sometime in the near future. So let us be grateful for all we have and stand together and not be put, against each other to fight each other on the lower level where we are here, working class, middle class, and poor people, because the elites say you should be upset about one thing or another, and now you out here fighting amongst your Americans, uh, compadres and citizen people, just because they say you should hate this and this is the problem with government. And you know doggone well it's the rich versus the poor, and all they're trying to do is get you poor people fighting against each other while they roll off, in their Rolls Royces and their Benzes. And if you can't see that that is the way of the world, and you over here poor and disenfranchised and middle class and very, you know, much a part of the struggle, and then you favor them that are, you know, oppressing us all. All right, Israel is doing some real, foul stuff in Gaza. They been doing some bombing. 14 people were killed recently in a strike, and over 800 people have been killed since they reinstated that ceasefire about 2 weeks ago. You know, and as I said before, in Myanmar, electricity's down in different places. Uh, a skyscraper fell, 30-story skyscraper fell, and 3 people were killed. And you got countless dozens of people that could be still um, suspected to be lost under the rubble. Dozens of people. Um, the Danes, they put a bunch of Greenland put up a bunch of protests for JD Vance's wife, Usha, coming down there to start some stuff about trying to annex or invade Greenland for their minerals. And see, this is what your man Trump is doing. And if you basically encourage this or you support this, then there's something really wrong with you. And we need to just go ahead and fix that, because if we want a peaceful world, we don't go and try to invade our allies talking crazy to them. So they rejected her, and then JD Vance said, okay, well, I'm going to go. And then he went on down the other day and started talking about some, this has to happen. We got to take over your country. That's their rhetoric. You have never seen any other administration in the history of the United States behave like these people are behaving. And if you support this talking at America stuff, first, you're going to find out that we are going to be more vulnerable and have more attacks on American soul than ever before. You're going to find that out. All right, so enough of that. Let's get right on into the topic of the day, which we're going to discuss truth over falsehood. And today, I have me a traffic stop notice. It's a few pages, so we're going to go through it, and I'll do some discussing about some of the laws and some of the ways that you should uh, understand that you have a driver's license, which is a cohesion contract with the state, because everything out here in commerce is contract law. And if you don't recognize that, then you should, kind of reinvent uh, critical thinking in a way that does not allow you to equate or to uh, negate, should I say, certain variables when it comes to what you were taught or programmed to think. And I know that might be something that is difficult to understand, but they tell you things like the word sovereign, because you're going to hear that in this text quite a bit, that there is no such thing as a sovereign. And it's a technical, uh, complex situation when it comes to that. I mean, it's really not very complicated, but it's complex to an extent that you don't really have any sovereignty outside of any nation. No one man is an island. And that is the reason why sovereign is not something that, you know, is singular. Most sovereigns throughout history had the power to be able to um, defend their kingdom. So that's a significant difference. Now, as far as citizen is concerned, those are kind of like two opposite spectrums. And if you are dealing with an entity that has a Dun and Bradstreet number and an EIN number, and they operate in commerce and they can do things that um, violate the law and you can actually sue them, then that will probably be a de facto a corporation acting as government. Now, I say all of these things just so you can get a clear view or understanding of my uh, presentment and the way that I am going to explain it. It may not be based on your programming in the way that you think that law works. Okay, so let's get right into it. Traffic stop notice. Police officers, and this is a notice to police officers, sheriffs, or law enforcement officers, peace officers. Please take notice of the below information. And we're going to get right into that shortly. So let us just take a quick break and we'll be right back.